Adrienne Wagner here with the first quarter of 2024 real estate market update for both Hidden Valley and Seven Springs. Because there has been so much coverage on the National Association of REALTORS settlement, I'm leading with thoughts and details on questions you may have. Let's get to it. Remember, the first quarter update will follow, but I'm beginning with some common topics that we are now being asked about whenever we chat with potential clients. As realtors, we belong to a national association and subscribe to a code of ethics that's very similar to other professions like doctors and lawyers. Basically, ours requires members to do no harm, both to our clients and other practitioners. The association also requires MLSs to abide by rules to offer information to all participating in efforts to provide non-discriminatory practices. Here's a link to our code as of today. One of those old rules was to show if the buyer's agent was going to be compensated by the seller. Soon this will be removed. Then for every property a buyer agent wants to show, they're going to have to call each listing agent to see if they will be compensated for their efforts. This substantially increases the amount of time both listing and buyer agents spend with each other and not with their client. Since my licensing in 1978, there was never a time that commissions were set in stone. Brokers were always able to determine what commissions they wanted their company to negotiate in order to keep their company afloat. But sellers were always, and are still today, able to negotiate a commission or move on to another agent. Understand, nothing stops the sellers from paying the buyer's agent's commission. Why would they want to? Most buyers are already strapped for cash. They need a down payment, money for inspections, financing fees, closing costs, moving expenses, and utility connection fees. Plus, many government financing entities cap the amount of a seller's assist for the buyer, and a VA loan currently prohibits the buyer from paying an agent. We have already seen advertisements to sellers for unbelievably low commission fees. Please read the fine print, as many are unclear about additional costs, like some fees may be included for consulting, marketing, photos, negotiating, closing help. It all adds up. So, do all of these people see the whole crack in the bell? As a seller, you see the transaction one way. As a buyer, you see it in another way. As a practicing realtor for 46 years, I have seen and experienced all sides. Only a conversation will help you better understand. For over a year, we've been sharing data indicating that the market is moving from benefiting sellers. The data is even stronger now, showing that the listing inventory is growing and days on market are getting longer. Asking prices are being reduced. Multiple offers are slowing down. If you have considered selling, let us share where in the market your property fits and just how much equity you may have to work with by selling now. Remember, that number today may be very different in a few months. Why trust us? Selling or buying in this market requires a deep understanding of the real estate process. From beginning to closing, there are a zillion things that may go wrong. Our years of experience have provided a huge vault of knowledge on how to deal with obstacles and the connections of competent people to help overcome them. Every day, there is a new twist or turn, and our experiences only help to make your journey easier. So there are 3 stages to the real estate market: buyers, neutral, and sellers. The seller's market we have been recently experiencing is moving back to neutral. No one can tell you how long it will be in that position before moving to favoring buyers. Prices are moving and your bottom line, it's shrinking. Let us share our market knowledge and insight. Josh will be happy to visit your property, share how your property fits into the current market, what your bottom line might be if you decide to sell, and answer your questions. Next up, first quarter stats. At Hidden Valley in 2023, there were 13 recorded transfers in the first quarter compared to 18 now. And for Seven Springs in 2023, there were 11 recorded transfers compared to 10 this first quarter. For the first quarter, Hidden Valley had a total sales volume of $4,656,055, and Seven Springs, with almost half the sales, totaled $3,935,212. So, the more listing inventory, the more choices buyers have as to where they spend their money. It's true, the longer properties sit on the market, the more pressure is put on reducing the listed price. As you can see, we provide and do more than just open doors for you. A door, it swings both ways. For a buyer to open a door, a seller needs to move out and close a door. Each process has unique circumstances that we, as trained professionals, have learned through practical experience and classes how to guide both through their transactions. Think how you would feel if you were asked to reduce your compensation after thousands of hours enhancing your skills. Indeed, the way real estate is transferred is changing. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the market. Let's talk about the new nutting development that's being worked on. We're here to answer your questions. Catch up with us. Thanks so much for viewing. Please feel free to share and stay well.